The fear of the Lord is the beginning of wisdom, so says a timeless proverb. This profound statement opens up a world of introspection and understanding. It's not about trembling in terror at the thought of a wrathful deity, but rather it's about recognizing the immense power and infinite wisdom that is beyond our human comprehension. Fear, in this context, is not a negative emotion. Instead, it's about reverence, respect, and awe. It's about acknowledging our limitations in the face of the divine. It's about understanding our place in the grand scheme of things and realizing that there's a higher power at work. This fear, or rather this deep respect, is a catalyst for spiritual growth. It's a guiding light that shapes our lives, influencing our decisions and actions. It's a reminder that we are not the center of the universe, but rather small yet significant parts of a larger cosmic plan. Indeed, the fear of God is not about terror, but about awe, reverence, and respect. Numerous individuals have shared their experiences with the fear of God. Let's delve into their stories. Consider the tale of a man named John. He spent many years of his life seeking external pleasures and material wealth, believing they would bring him satisfaction. Yet, despite his wealth, he felt an unsettling emptiness within. It was only when he began to fear the judgment of God that he found true fulfillment. His fear was not born of terror, but of a profound respect and awe for the divine. He altered his ways, choosing to live a life of compassion and humility. The fear of God transformed him. Then there's Sarah, a woman who had always been skeptical of spirituality. She prided herself on her logic and reason, dismissing the concept of God as a mere construct of the human mind. However, a life-altering event filled her with a fear she had never known. It was not the fear of the devil or the fear of suffering. It was the fear of God's judgment. It was a fear that made her question her actions and the life she was leading. In her fear, she found introspection, humility, and a deep sense of peace. Take the story of David. As a young man, he was rebellious and headstrong, always testing the limits. He lived his life on the edge with little regard for the consequences. However, a chance encounter with a spiritual mentor instilled in him the fear of God. This fear was not paralyzing, but liberating. It was a fear that made him reflect on his actions and strive for goodness. David's life took a turn for the better. He found peace in his fear of God, peace that was not rooted in dread, but in reverence. These stories are but a few examples of how fearing God's judgment, rather than the devil's trickery, can lead to profound transformation. It is a fear that inspires self-reflection, humility, and a deep respect for the divine. As we can see, their lives took on a new meaning when they began to respect and revere God, not out of terror, but out of love and awe. Now take a moment to reflect on your own relationship with God. Do you fear his judgment? It's a question that might feel heavy, yet it's one that's worth exploring. Imagine the fear of God as a guiding light, illuminating the path of righteousness. It's not about trembling in fear, but rather about being in awe of his infinite wisdom, his vast power, and his boundless love. This fear, this reverence, it's what keeps us in check. It's what helps us make the right decisions in life. It's akin to a compass, guiding us away from wrong and leading us towards right. Think about it. Isn't it this fear, this deep-seated respect that holds us back from causing harm to others, from straying from the path of righteousness? Isn't it this awe that inspires us to be better, to do better? Remember, the fear of God is about respect and awe, not terror. It's about love and obedience, not dread. In conclusion, fearing the judgment of God is not about living in constant dread. Our journey today has taken us through the valleys of introspection and peaks of divine understanding. We've looked into the heart of what it truly means to fear God's judgment. And we've found that it's not a fear born out of terror, but rather a profound respect and awe for the divine. It's about recognizing the omnipotence of God and aligning our actions with his guidance, not because of a fear of punishment, but because of a deep-seated love and respect for his wisdom. This fear is a compass, directing us towards a path of virtue, guiding us away from the deceptive allure of the devil's tricks. In essence, fearing God's judgment is about embracing love, respect, obedience, and a deep awe for his infinite wisdom. May the fear of God guide you to wisdom, peace, and a fulfilling life. Until next time, keep reflecting, keep growing,